Hello everyone, welcome in module 1 of chapter 15, light. So these are the topics we are going to cover under this chapter. But in module 1, we'll study about different types of beams of light, rectilinear propagation of light, reflection of light, the reflecting surfaces such as mirrors, real and virtual images. Rest of the topics will be covered in the next modules. So let's start. To understand the beams of light, let's understand what is a ray. Here you can see a narrow path of light. This is a ray, and this arrowhead that describes the direction of propagation of light, and this broader bundle, this is a beam. There are three kinds of beam of light. The light coming from the sun, that is the example of parallel beam of light. Here the distance between the rays that remain same. Another type is the divergent beam. The light coming from torch, car headlight, that is the example of this particular type of beam. Here the separation between the rays that keeps on increasing. In convergent beam of light, as you can see here in the picture, that the rays come closer and ultimately they meet at a point. You must have seen sunlight entering a dark room through a small hole. It travels in a straight line, and to prove this, here you can see in this experiment the person is looking through the straight tube and he is able to see this flame of candle. But if he tries to look through the coiled tube, so light get blocked here, and what will happen as a result, the person will not be able to see this flame of the candle. So hence it proves that light travels in a straight line, that is also called the rectilinear propagation of light. When you throw a ball on a wall, it bounces back. In the same way, the light rays, while striking through a smooth polished surface, or that may be a mirror, that also bounces back. And this property of light is called reflection of light. It causes change in the direction of light, and we see our image due to this reflection of light in the mirror. This clean water also acts as the reflector, and we can see the image. A smooth, highly polished reflecting surface is called a mirror. There are two types of mirror: plane mirror and curved mirrors. If the reflecting surface is plane, this is called plane mirror, and if the reflecting surface is curved, that is spherical or parabolic, that depends on the curvature. Here you can see the images in these three kinds of different mirrors. How is the mirror made? A glass sheet is taken, and then one side silver coating is done. After that, that is protected by using orange or red colored paint. So we can say a glass sheet is being made opaque so that it does not allow the light to pass through. Instead, it reflects the light to show the image to us. So now we know that mirror changes the direction of light that falls on them. And this is the light which is falling on the mirror called incident ray. This is the reflected ray which bounces back and changes the direction, and this is normal. And the angle between normal and incident ray, that is angle of incidence. The angle between normal and reflected ray is the angle of reflection. And according to laws of reflection, the angle of incidence means I is equal to angle of reflection, that is R. The incident ray, reflected ray and normal ray at the point of incidence lie in the same plane. So these are the laws of reflection of light. Let's understand more about the image. So a visual representation of an object which is placed somewhere in front of a mirror is called an image. And this formation of image, that is the result of meeting of the light rays after being reflected or refracted. These both the terms will be differentiated in next module. The rays not only meet, sometimes they just appear to meet, and this also produces the image. So on the basis of that, either the rays actually meet or they just appear to meet, images are classified as real and virtual. So let's find the difference between these two. So the real images are formed in the front side of the mirror, while virtual images are assumed to be formed at the back side of the mirror. The real images can be appeared on the screen, remember this, but they cannot. They are inverted, means upside down, while virtual images are erect. So the example is the images on the theater screen. They are real image. Reflection of any object or body on a plane mirror is the example of virtual image. Let's recap what we learned today. So now we know a very narrow beam of light described by a straight line drawn in the direction of propagation of light is called a ray of light. A broader bundle of light rays is called a beam of light. Three different types of beam of light are parallel, convergent and divergent beam of light. Light travels in a straight line. A smooth polished reflecting surface is called a mirror. There are three types of mirror: plane, spherical and parabolic. The bouncing back of light rays from the surface of an object is called reflection. The ray of light that falls on a smooth polished surface is called incident ray of light. The ray of light that gets bounced off or reflected from a smooth polished surface is called reflected ray. The image which can be obtained on a screen is called a real image. The image which can be seen only into a mirror and cannot be obtained on a screen is called a virtual image. That's all for today. Thank you and have a good day.